Good afternoon, fellow patriots and defenders of democracy. Welcome to the madness. Today we're going to try to place an order. May I have a number one? Medium drink, large fries. 2 apple pies with that. You. Hold the racism or the financial leveraging to convince people that you're not racist. Huh? No? No? Allegedly? Good afternoon, people. It's supposedly lunchtime or close to dinner time, and who knows, you might be driving home and stopping at the drive-thru. However, this is what's going on. Apparently, McDonald's is finding themselves, McDonald's USA, it's finding themselves in hot water in this wonderful procurement of its current marketing scheme, into which I would like to point out when I was watching the NBA Finals, I'm sitting there going, who is Jay Blavin? Who is this? It did seem like kind of weird and an odd grab, but who am I? I'm just somebody here consuming things I shouldn't be doing because I could be doing something more productive. But watching the basketball game, I noticed Jay Blavin, whoever the hell that is, and then this wonderful article came out citing that McDonald's is being accused of being a little bit anti-Black Lives Matter. And I'm fairly certain, given the wonderful condition of the country and every major corporation rolling out some lie that they're supporting all these people, I'm certain that it's all going to look funny. Well, here's what's going on. So, we have executives accusing McDonald's of doing dirty corporate things, creating hostile work environment for black people, firing people, typically of the darker hue, to which they would like to cite that at one point they had 42 executives, black executives. Now they have 7. Now 7 sevens is 49, so 7 sixes is 42. But now if you basically get rid of 1/5, well, I guess there'll be 5/6 of those people. It does look a sort of way, especially when you're rolling out these wonderful things about supporting black people and all this other crap. And then we had 52 franchise owners that are black that are typically saying that McDonald's would rather them open up franchises in low-income, high-crime areas, and in turn don't support the companies or the individual franchises themselves. It would seem like McDonald's then in turn, supposedly, allegedly, hired Travis Scott, who I'm aware who he is, but I don't care. And the only reason why I seem to think he's a little bit more relevant than he should be is because he's engaged. Well, was he engaged? He's with one of the Kardashian children. You know what? I'm not going to touch that subject because I don't want anybody saying anything negative and saying that I said something trans, whatever. Moving right along. So, here goes my thing. My personal presentation with McDonald's. I would like to say that back when I was a little whippersnapper at 16, McDonald's wouldn't hire me. Because apparently the manager think that I was a troublemaker, problem causer, but that was his up and down assessment of me, which is then ironic because he hired all of my troublemaker friends. I mean, it didn't end in a bad thing. I ended up getting a lot of free food, and they all systematically got fired for being late and what have you, but moving right along, as we like to say, McDonald's is in hot water because all of a sudden, it would seem like McDonald's, in an attempt to swing perception another way, hired Travis Scott and this Cactus Jack marketing, merchandising shenanigans, and this Jay Blavin, Latin artists, to make it seem like they're appealing to minorities. And I'm certain within the playbook of every major corporation in America that always does something like this in the event when someone says something racist on TV or gets accused of racism. This is all coincidental. However, if you found out that McDonald's are doing racist things, would it really impact your ability to go buy a Big Mac? Because I don't know about you, but if you ever live in Connecticut and you're in certain towns or certain areas, approximately about every 2 miles you'll hit a Dunkin' Donuts. And McDonald's are almost the same thing depending on where you are, especially in certain minority communities that are deemed food deserts that typically don't have anything substantial to eat except fast food. The other thing here is McDonald's will go out of their way to ensure that they aren't perceived negatively, because many moons ago, McDonald's was the only fast food franchising that had morning meals. And I'm not sure if most people know this, at one point that accounted for about 30 to 40% of their sales. And today, if you really take a step, if you step back and look at it, every major franchise has somehow managed to roll out a breakfast menu. So, in the event you don't know where that came from, that would be why the majority of McDonald's. And also, within the notion of familiarity and habit, if I develop you into the habit of coming to my store, you will come to my store for other reasons, and so on and so forth. However, let me know, in the event you think that McDonald's created a hostile environment for black people or minorities, and they're doing the same thing for their franchise owners, will it actually impact your ability or impact you using your voting dollars to go there and purchase things? Until next time.